House, his general counsel, and the Department of Justice, and the FBI, and the National Archives, and the intelligence community, among other agencies, were all in cahoots as early as May of 2021 to manufacture a documents, records-related investigation and prosecution of Donald Trump.
So that's the first thing, is that she believes there's records that shows that they were concocting this thing. Remember, they kept saying to Mark Meadows, who's on Trump's team, they were trying to get him to flip. They were saying to him, "Where's the 25 boxes at Mar-a-Lago?" And he didn't understand what they were talking about. They never found missing boxes, but that was what they were going to accuse Trump of, is your boxes were missing. That's part of what they're covering up here. Now here's Delia, who's a friend of Julie Kelly's on Twitter. What is the end game, I'm wondering, with all these document releases? Do you think Judge Cannon is going to dismiss the case? Now, she probably is going, that's what they're hinting at, is that she's doing all this stuff to expose and dismiss the case. She could be going one worse. Julie Kelly's going to go into it at the very, very end of this episode, that it's not just going to dismiss the case, but probably to put Jack Smith in hot water.
This is actually, you have to give kudos to Judge Cannon, who is so courageous and has continued to confront Special Counsel Jack Smith in his attempt to keep information, not just from Donald Trump and his co-defendants, but also from the American people. And now we know why, Steve, because yesterday an extensive motion that had been redacted under a protective order, and that Jack Smith wanted to keep that way, in addition to dozens of exhibits that demonstrated close collaboration between Joe Biden's White House, Joe Biden's general counsel, Joe Biden's Department of Justice, Joe Biden's FBI, the National Archives, Joe Biden's intelligence community, to once again work behind the scenes to concoct and manufacture some sort of documents or records case against Donald Trump. And this dates back at least to May of 2021.
Okay, so many of these dates and much of this information is what was redacted. Now it's going to get exposed because Aileen Cannon has released it to the public. But we'll continue a little more. These are long clips, but this is just to get you caught up on where they're at today.
Where, as you know, the archives, working with DOJ, pressuring Team Trump to turn over what they insisted were government records that they were entitled to under the Presidential Records Act. So finally, as you know, he produced those records, but they were impatient, we were told, and they were taking that time in 2021 to concoct another criminal case and investigation.